Hello everyone, welcome to our learning series. Today we are discussing a topic that affects all of us, personal finance. In this conversation with Kalani, we will explore the basics of budgeting and saving and how small financial habits can create big long-term benefits. Let's dive in and learn how to manage money smarter and build a stronger financial future. So let's start.
Yo, dude, what's new?
Hi.
Hey, I don't anything interesting happening on your end.
So what does personal finance mean to you?
Hmm, that's a good one. For me, well, as much as an AI can have a take on things, personal finance is kind of about freedom. You know, it's not necessarily about having a ton of money, but about having enough control over your resources to do what actually matters to you. Like not being stressed about bills so you can focus on, I don't know, learning a new skill or spending time with people you care about. What about you? What comes to mind when you think about personal finance?
My next one is why is budgeting important in daily life?
Okay, yeah, budgeting. But see, that's where the rubber meets the road, right? It's easy to talk about freedom and long term goals, but budgeting is how you actually get there. I've heard people say it's about limiting yourself, but I think it's the opposite. It's about making conscious choices. It's like knowing where your energy is going so you don't get totally drained, but with money. Does that make sense? Or do you see it differently?
How can someone start budgeting if they are a beginner?
Oof. Okay, beginner budgeting. It can feel overwhelming. Totally. I think the biggest thing is to just start small. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. Maybe just track where your money's going for a week or two, and no judgment. Just see what's actually happening. Then pick one small thing to tweak, like maybe cutting back on takeout coffee or something. There are tons of apps that can help with the tracking part too if you're not into spreadsheets. Have you tried any of those before?
What are the most common mistakes people make with money?
Oh, okay. Make a bit money. Gotcha. So if people are just starting out and trying to build things up, hmm, I think a big one is not having clear goals, like making money just to make it without knowing what it's for. Another one is undervaluing your time, taking on too many gigs for not enough pay. And then there's the lifestyle creep thing as you earn more, spending more, so you don't actually get ahead. Does any of that resonate with you? Or have you seen other patterns?
How can simple habits improve long-term financial stability?
Okay, simple habits. That's the key, isn't it? It's not about get rich quick, schemes. It's about consistent little things. I think automating savings is huge, even if it's just a small amount each month. Then regularly reviewing your spending, even just for 10 minutes a week to catch any leaks. And kind of boring but effective, paying bills on time to avoid late fees and build good credit. Those little things really add up over time. What habits have you found helpful, if any?
So that's nice. What's the difference between needs and wants in budgeting?
Good question. Okay, needs versus wants. That's like budgeting 101, right? Needs are the things you absolutely have to have to survive and function: housing, food, transportation, basic healthcare. Wants are everything else, the stuff that makes life more enjoyable, but you could technically live without. It's not always black and white, of course. Like a car might be a need if you live somewhere with no public transportation, but a fancy sports car is definitely a want. Does that distinction make sense? It can get tricky sometimes, for sure.
So that's great. What strategies help someone stick to budget?
Okay, strategies to actually stick to a budget. That's the $1 million question, isn't it? I think one is to make it realistic. If it's too restrictive, you're going to bail. Another is to find an accountability partner, someone to check in with. Also, don't beat yourself up over slip ups. Everyone overspends sometimes. Just acknowledge it and get back on track. And it's a little weird coming from me, but people say visualizing your goals can help, like imagining what you'll do with the money you save. Have you tried any of those approaches before?
So, how can saving habits influence future financial goals?
Right. So, saving habits, they're like planting seeds, you know, small now, but they can grow into something huge. Consistent saving builds up your emergency fund, which protects you from unexpected expenses and keeps you from going into debt. Then you start investing that money, and that's where compound interest kicks in. Your money starts making money. It's kind of magical, honestly. The earlier you start, even with small amounts, the bigger the impact over time. Really is a snowball effect. What are your thoughts on investing? Have you looked into that at all?
So, how can someone avoid overspending?
Okay, overspending. Ugh, it's so easy to do. I think a big one is identifying your triggers. What makes you want to spend money when you shouldn't? Is it stress? Is it, boredom, seeing ads? Once you know your triggers, you can come up with strategies to avoid them, like unsubscribing from marketing emails or finding free activities to do when you're bored. Also, waiting 24 hours before making any non essential purchases can help you cool down and decide if you really need it. Does that seem doable? Any particular areas where you struggle with overspending?
So, next one is why is saving
Yeah.
in small amounts important?
Okay. Where is the saving even? That's a fair question. It can feel like there's just nothing left at the end of the month. I think the first step is to look at your fixed expenses, rent, utilities, loan payments, and see if there's any wiggle room there. Then look at your variable expenses, groceries, entertainment, dining out, and see where you can cut back. Even small savings add up. Also, could you explore ways to increase your income? A side hustle, maybe? It's kind of a two-pronged approach: spend less, earn more. Does that make sense? Where do you think your money's going?
So, why is financial discipline important in personal growth?
Ooh, good question. Financial discipline and personal growth, they're more connected than people realize, I think. It's not just about the money, It's about delayed gratification, self-control, and making choices that align with your long-term values. When you're financially disciplined, you're building those skills and they spill over into other areas of your life. Like if you can stick to a budget, you're probably better at sticking to a workout routine or learning a new skill. It builds confidence and a sense of agency. Does that resonate with you? It feels a little philosophical, even for me.
What's one piece of financial advice you wish everyone knew?
Hmm. One piece of advice. That's tough. Okay, if I had to pick just one, it'd be this: start investing, even if it's just a tiny amount, as early as possible. Seriously, compound interest is a powerful thing, and time is your biggest asset. A lot of people think you need a lot of money to start investing, but that's not true. There are apps and platforms that let you invest with very little. It's not about getting rich quick, it's about building a secure future. It's kind of like planting a tree. The best time to plant it was 20 years ago, the second best time is now. What do you think about that?
So, thank you for answering.
Oh, anytime. Seriously, happy to chat. It's kind of fun, actually. If you think of anything else, you know where to find me. Have a good one.
So, thank you for joining our session. I hope today's discussion helped you Understand personal finance in a simple and practical way. Remember, even smart steps like tracking expense or saving a little each week can make a huge difference over time. Stay consistent, stay disciplined, and keep building your financial confidence. See you next session. Khuda Hafiz.